Hello, everybody. Cyanesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII. We are playing as Gilgamesh, leading the Achaemenid Persians, and quite a lot has happened already, including witnessing one leader get capitulated already. But we still have much more events to go, like this narrative one. It's just a notification from Carpal Supé that they present us a gift of science, meaning that our bronze working tech is closer to completion. Boring, but that's still good. We still have an invasion to fight off from the northeast, and we also have a wonder going called the Gate of All Nations. Though it's really being built for the purposes of completing our cultural legacy path for the Antiquity Age, because that is what I'm going for. I think this warrior's gonna corner himself if he goes any further west. Also, I'm gonna have to consider getting a scout down here. Yeah, I do have the money for it. I want to send him right down here to this little wreckage, because it is a discovery, and discoveries are what's gonna complete my first quest with Gilgamesh, a bull in the palace. Also, there's this we gotta deal with. Isabella opening markets with me. I will support it. I got the influence to do it. Oh yeah, there's no way that enemy warrior was gonna survive it. I don't think it even tried. I'm leaning more towards trying to eliminate La Venta, since it is starting to become more of a nuisance to us than anything else, and we don't have the influence to befriend it. Maybe by defeating a couple more units will we get closer to befriending it, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. I'm gonna do discipline too, for the honor tradition, no wait, policy. I had my terminology mixed up there for a moment, for some reason. I think that once the Gate of All Nations is done, I'm gonna have Parsa produce another settler for me, so I can settle right up here. Okay, there's a couple of soldiers right there, but they do not have the... They don't really have the hostility to attack me. Unlike those warriors up there from La Venta. There's my Hazarapatis. Although it came at a bit too late of a time, I ought to say. Because my warrior units are already en route to La Venta. And we are now suzerain of Carpal Supé. Codex, Philosopher's Circle, Pilgrimage, whatever. It's not wonders, but it's gonna get our building production done faster. Garden of Wonders. And now we unlock the Shawnee civilization to play as in exploration. I'm gonna master bronze working real quick so my units can have more strength against others.
No man is foolish enough to desire war over peace. For in peace, sons bury fathers, but in war, fathers bury sons.
Well, I'll be. We completed the Gate of All Nations, and because it was associated with the Achaemenid Persian Empire, we did get some experience for that. Though I don't know if it caused us to level up yet. I might have to wait and see if that's so until we actually complete the age. Also, this archer unit is gonna have to move so I can get to this wreckage. Unless there's another discovery close by to the south, which I don't think there is. Okay, it moved. Now my scout can easily access it. Unless another unit gets to it first. They got a spearman, which is stronger than a warrior. But with the strength we have, I think our current manpower will do. Not much these warriors in the back. I'm not sure how much these warriors in the back will do in the long run. Oh, the slinger's in the way now. Well, I'm not moving my scout this time. Okay, no one's blocking the way. Should be safe. A calamity has swept through, leaving wood and clay splintered, charred and broken. Some have escaped. Others were not so lucky. Comb through detritus for valuables, or leave an offering to the dead. I am going to leave an offering to the dead. It'll get me more influence. And with that attack, we can now disband La Venta. Okay, it got us a bit more influence. Unless that 12 influence is part of Gilgamesh's leader ability. The plus 30 influence is from disbanding the city-state itself. Alright, I guess that's quest completed. Gilgamesh has seen the world, uncovered its secrets, and yet still yearns for a foe worthy of his might. Or perhaps, a friend. That's plus 3 influence on the palace, baby. I think I'm gonna put that influence to good use for open markets and a local festival. Don't know if she supported the local festival one, but I do know she accepted the... what was it? Well, either way. We're in it to win it now. Care Settler has been completed, and I think now would be the time to get a Paradisa down. Paradisa. Paradise. Paradisa. I think I'll put it right on that farm. While I have my warrior... No, settler. Gonna have my settler go right up here. A bit close to Parsa, in my honest opinion, but it's still gonna be good enough for settling another town. I think it's time for this. I think it's time for that scout to go auto-exploring once again. Oh yeah, we're mowing down these troops pretty good. There we go. Let's settle. We unlocked yet another civilization. This time, it's VII for having 3 settlements on tropical tiles. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. A narrative choice again. The World in Stone. A queue of artisans presents ideas for new decorative bas-reliefs. One design depicts the peaceful flora of the Paradisa. We should commit to stone the beauty that offers respite from the harsh world, the artist suggests. Counselors say that a relief depicting the power of the Persian throne would be more appropriate. I say we choose the Imperial design.
An eye for an eye.
It is potentially going to unlock us some more wonders that we can possibly build. Although I'm going to have to convert some towns into cities to do this. I don't have enough gold to convert Pathragata into a city. Now we got the Lords of Water. The pleasure gardens have blossomed into a beloved part of the social fabric, and a cultural emblem in their own right. Their constant flow of water creates a feeling of security, but such thirst is relentless, and some might even call it wasteful, even if they only whispered it. Luxuries inspire wonder is the obvious choice if we're going for a cultural legacy path completion. It is possible to do the pyramids on this little flat tropical. I thought it could be only built on deserts. It must be placed adjacent to a navigable river, not in tundra. I could do that. It gets us additional production and gold once it's completed. The production's definitely gonna help us if we are to build more wonders. I'm gonna have to have all these warrior units stay right where they are until the Hazarapatis comes by and gets them all in. There's our merchant unit. The only place we can have it go to is Corral Supe. Kinda makes sense given that we have additional trade route range because of one of the mementos we got.
He heard these horrors.
Bronze working mastery is complete. Nice. Gonna have to get all these units in. Let's do currency next. I gotta say that it's quite bemusing how we haven't met any other leaders other than that one we saw defeated, Xerxes. Actually, I wouldn't really say saw, because I don't think we've ever seen where they originated from. Did we? I know it had to be somewhere on this continent, but I don't know where. I'm gonna leave the camel slot unassigned for now. It's only just the waiting game for our pyramids to be complete. Visions in the grapes. I assume we get that from improving this wine resource. A diviner drinks deeply from the wine bowl and makes a proclamation. A sea of unfamiliar faces is on its way. Let's prepare to welcome migrants. It is going to have to enter Pathragata, though. It is where we improved this wine resource, after all. Though we could have the migrant go anywhere, generally speaking. Orchard pests. The luscious scent of the paradisa has dwindled of late. Groundskeepers complain that visitors pick too much fruit from the trees, leaving little for others. If that's so, we're gonna have to ration the fruit per person. It gets us an additional 100 gold. Okay, we got wild game. It's giving us some food in the capital, but more in towns. Now Isabella wants a farmer's market. Good investment. Something Gilgamesh will accept. And we're in a celebration once again. I might be in a mood to build one more wonder in Parsa before moving on to another city. It's gonna have to be Hanging Gardens or Oracle for right now, so plus 15% production towards constructing wonders it is. And let's do tool making for good measure. Our migrant has arrived. Improve that tile.
Those who delight to attack.
Tactics is complete. Currency is gonna be complete soon. Let's do Bazis. I'm not sure when we're gonna get the Civic to allow us to... Oh, we already have researched it. And we've already built it too. Still, we can go for these masteries if we so choose. Probably the Bazis mastery, since it does have an unlockable, unique tradition that we can slot in for the exploration and modern ages. That's milestone 1 of the Wonders of the Ancient World path complete.
Soldiers, from the summit of these pyramids, 40 centuries of history look down upon you.
With the construction of these pyramids, We're leveling up in the Foundation path again. That's the main path of Civ 7, by the way. Ooh. The glow from these pyramids, too. Oh, man.
When I was young,
That is beautiful. That is very beautiful. Gonna go for currency mastery next. Let's try the Hanging Gardens this time. This will give us more food and science. Let's do it. Getting quite a few jade resources from this turn, I should say. Another open markets endeavor. Yes! Wise decision to be starting all these endeavors. So, there's still all this to discover up here, and not many civilizations met just yet. I'm gonna have to get another scout down to increase searching through these unexplored tiles. Anything it takes. Open borders? Sure, why not? Well, look at that! Isabella wants to establish an alliance with me. I would have just as easily done this with her, but it is for one of the mementos we got. So sorry if I keep slipping things up, both in terms of pronunciation and in-game mechanics, but I'm still relatively new, so there's still a lot I'm gonna have to learn if I want to have an edge on both. Our Hanging Gardens are already looking pretty good. One more turn.
when I was young,
Okay, now it's one more turn. We got a narrative choice to go through. It's the Tech Wrangler, and we've got a choice between a Codex or some science. Let's do a Codex. We've completed one of the milestones for Great Library. Yeah, I say things are looking pretty good for my first time playing as Achaemenid Persia. I'm gonna do the wheel since it takes the least amount of turns of what we can do right now. Okay, I can go ahead and convert Pathragata into a city for 350 gold. First thing I'm gonna do is get a library down over this mine. And right beside the library, we'll place a monument on the same tile. Okay, I don't know how we got this crab resource. I don't remember placing anything on this tile until now. Okay, I don't want to place any more resources down at the moment.
the canal water gushes from above into the gardens. Fragrance pervades the walkways. Streams of water as numerous as the stars of heaven flow in the pleasure garden.
Oh, wow. I'm doing good at this wonder building so far. I've got 3 already in Parsa. It's still gonna be a ways to go before Pathragata becomes ready to build some wonders of its own. Especially given Colossus is gonna take 43 turns to complete. Clearly I'm gonna have to get some production buildings in. Like the brickyard. Sawpit and harbor would help. But it's not gonna be much. There's an expansionist point we can spend towards training settlers. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. Get another settler down here. Our scouts are being blocked by a spearman and a ruin. Well, the spearman can't really attack both my scouts at once. He's going for the uppermost one, and we got a galley too. That's a potential problem. Well, he is going to make it to the ruins no matter what, which is good. Worshippers have congregated under the torchlight of a shrine. The image of their deity looks down on them from a pedestal, forgotten by some but not all. Let's go and exalt the deity. For the culture, after all. And this cave here that I did not see before. Probably because it was blocked.
Should I pass you by?
Bazis is complete. Foragers have discovered an unknown type of mushroom, but such morsels warrant caution. They should not be eaten until they are studied. I think it would be best to examine the fungi before we eat it. Although we can't really eat it, since this is a narrative choice we had to make. The Persian Pinnacle. The Achaemenid Empire sprawls across the land, even though I only have 3 settlements, holding citizens of many backgrounds, beliefs, languages, and customs. Beneath the Persian banner is prosperity, a realm of grand architecture and endless treasure. But those who stand against Persia face only destruction. The riches of the world live here, to be sure. I'm gonna do +1 food per age on warehouse buildings. I may consider going for +5% growth rate in cities, when I have more cities. Okay, the settlement count of 3 is soon to be 4. I'm gonna settle right up here. Then wonder what I want to go for next. I actually have an option to settle right here, right next to the Zhang Jie. I am not gonna pronounce that right in a million years. No siree, Bob. Let's do entertainment next. And Colossus is only gonna take 13 turns in Parsa. Do I want to do one more settler? I am 1 settler away from reaching the limit. I think it would be best if I went for another Paradisa. Right here. And already it's complete. I see these galleys from earlier approaching Parsa. Think I better get a galley down of my own. There is a ruin right next to Wasukani.
Inventor. Now.
That's the wheel invented. Though probably not by us. Other civs around the world are doing their same to invent their own version of the wheel. I have exactly 3 codices, with a 4th one on the way. About to be slotted into the library, about to be completed in Pathragata. I think it's only one more wonder until I reach the 2nd culture milestone. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I can see what you're doing right there. Trying to attack my capital city. Ooh! Another civ. Genghis Khan of the Mauryan Empire. I cannot be in an alliance with you if I want to keep my 20% food bonus. The added support from Genghis Khan could be pretty useful for my galley. I'm deeming it necessary if I want to take out these galleys coming towards me. Alright, it's right there. I was wondering where it was. I'm not really sure where we could have seen any units of Genghis's empire at, but I'm happy we got to meet another civ after all these turns. And just before a crisis, too. I'm noticing up there. I'll accept the markets you're opening with me. Oh, so, the open markets is food, I think. No, wait, it's gold. Oh. I am still messing things up, even though it's my 5th recorded game in. I don't know why I keep doing that. So, is it local festival? Okay, so it's farmer's market that gives us food for support, and open markets for gold. I think I'm going to do a cultural exchange with him. which he supports. That's nice. Okay, one of my galley units isn't doing so well. I can tell. What? You were not able to complete the World Wonder Colossus in time. However, 29 production has been salvaged from the attempt and awarded to the city of Parsa. Well, drat. I thought for sure. I think another Paradisa would compensate for my troubles. This galley can go up. This other galley can go back into the lake to heal. And Tarsus is the name of our next settlement. Oh, I meant to settle it right here next to the Zhangji. At least we can still build an improvement on the wool to get it into our settlement. Still find it a little annoying how we can't auto-explore when we're so close to danger.
Inventor.
Oh. There goes my current chance on getting this little ruin right here. But at least now we know where Phaistos is on our continent. I think I'm going to do engineering next. And then we will do... There's no available wonders right now, so... My next best bet would be to do... I think a bath would be appropriate. Would be great for getting more population in my empire. I should follow it up with a lighthouse as soon as I'm able to get it. Looks like we're gonna be blocked from accessing the other side of Phaistos from where my scout is now. And we cannot disband independent powers with scouts. I didn't know that until now, but it's still pretty good to know. Survey is what I'm gonna have to do right now. I want my scout to get the F away from there. There's archers and a warrior. And they're dead. Exploration efforts are kind of wonky in this age. I still have yet to see where Genghis Khan's empire is. Oh no, oh no. It looks like we are getting the invasion crisis once again. Yeah. I don't think there's been a recorded game of Civ 7 where I've gotten anything other than the invasion crisis in antiquity. I'm gonna still have to think carefully about how I want to approach this, starting in the next part. I think I have the gold necessary to... Yes, I do. Alright, so I am prepared some, but not much. There's still a couple more preparations I want to make, including getting this Hazareptis over to where the thread is. But that's going to have to wait until next part. Until then, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!